Hello and good day. A small city named Ushuaia is located in Argentina. It is the last human settlement at the extreme south of the earth. Beyond it lies the ice-covered continent of Antarctica. Ushuaia is known around the world for maritime tourism. People from all over the world come here so that they can see the South Pole. From here, cruise ships operate that take people for 1 week to 1 month to witness the wilderness of Antarctica, penguins present on remote islands, the shining sky and the clean environment, or they take them towards specific islands of South Atlantic Ocean while showing scenes of floating icebergs. These ships are essentially floating hotels. They provide all the facilities that are only available in 5-star hotels. On 1st of April 2026, a Dutch ship named Hondius departed from Ushuaia with 150 people on board to show them the Southern Ocean. This ship carried every comfort and luxury. Every passenger on board had paid at least $9,000 for the ticket. Most of the passengers were wealthy individuals or travel enthusiasts who have been saving small amounts over a long period just to see the breathtaking sights of the South Pole once in their lifetime. To ensure the comfort of the passengers, a crew of 72 was also present. The ship, passing through different islands, was supposed to reach a port in South Africa on the 5th or 6th of May. On April 11, while the ship was at sea, a Dutch citizen on board died. For companies operating such ships, this is not unusual. They preserved the body and 2 weeks later offloaded it in South Africa. The deceased man's 69-year-old widow also disembarked there. Her condition was also not good. She was provided medical treatment in South Africa, but she could not survive. On 27th April, the condition of a British passenger on the ship became critical. He was also sent to South Africa. On 2nd May, a German citizen died. Thus, the total number of deaths on the ship became 3. This was now an unusual incident. When these 3 deaths were investigated in South Africa, it was discovered that the cause was Hantavirus, which spreads through rodents or similar animals. The virus that affected the passengers of the Hondius ship was a type of a same Hantavirus that can only transmit from one human to another when the contact is very close and prolonged. This virus, like coronavirus, attacks the lungs, making it increasingly difficult for a person to breathe. After that, different organs begin to stop functioning and the person dies. As soon as Hantavirus was confirmed among the deceased on the ship, the passengers were made to wear masks. People began meeting each other while maintaining distance, and other precautionary measures were adopted. Tourism ended and the fear of death took over. At present, this ship is in the sea. 2 members of its crew have also been infected with this virus and have been evacuated from the ship by helicopter. Experts from the World Health Organization have reached the ship and are testing its passengers. The government of Argentina is trying to reach all those people who had been in contact with the deceased. Nearby countries are not allowing the ship to dock at their ports. Eventually, hope has turned towards Spain that it might allow the ship to stop at one of its islands near Morocco. However, the Spanish government has not clearly granted permissions because people there are also afraid of the spread of the virus. These 149 surviving people belonging to the richest class in the world have now become untouchable. On one side, there is the fear of death on the ship, and on the other side, no country in the world is willing to accept them. Spain has also set the condition that people on board will not disembark at the port and will remain inside the ship for a quarantine period of 25 to 50 days because the symptom of hantavirus can appear for up to 49 days. The Hondius has now become a ship of death. It is difficult even to imagine the kind of suffering the people on board must be going through. The fear of the virus must have made even the world-class facilities on this ship unbearable for them. They do not even know when they will be allowed to step onto land. When these people boarded the ship, what must have been their joy? And now the same luxurious cabins have turned into prison cells for them. Their wealth is no longer of any use. Many among them must be regretting why they boarded this ship in the first place. Some must be thinking why this happened to them. The reality of the world must be revealing itself to them. The everything they never created about have now become very important. Before boarding the Hondius, it must have seemed like a beautiful dream, and today getting off the ship and returning among people seems like a beautiful dream. One may say that this journey of Hondius is just one among countless incidents in the world that will be forgotten one day. Perhaps those who are on this ship right now will also forget it after some time as a nightmare. The struggle between life and death that the people on the Hondius are facing right now is exactly the same which millions of people around the world constantly face. These are the people whose countries themselves have become prisons like Hondius. Just imagine the people of Lebanon at this moment. This country was created by France in 1943. Sunnis, Shias, Christians, and Druze used to live there peacefully. Its capital was called the Paris of Asia. Within just 30 years, a civil war based on religious grounds broke out, and since then, Lebanon has not seen a day of peace. Due to its internal conflicts, Israel has also entered into it. Out of its population of 5.3 million, almost everyone remains engaged in efforts to leave the country. As a result, the number of Lebanese living abroad has now become greater than the population within the country. A situation similar to Hondius is also faced by Afghanistan. This country has been unstable for the past 50 years. There was a time when Kabul was a symbol of light and beauty. Today, no one even thinks about going to Kabul. There is neither any concept of human rights left, nor any sense of freedom. No institution remains, nor any constitution. Even the formality of law has disappeared. Politics soaked in religiosity has brought it to such a state that every Afghan wants to leave the country, yet is so helpless that he cannot even go to Pakistan. Expression of love for the country have become limited only to the government. Hollow slogans exist, and official attempts to stir religious emotions fail to attract any Afghan. This country, which is called the heart of Asia, continues to fall into abyss. Sudan is also a Hondius ship in Africa. This country was created by Britain in 1956. Since 1969, it has faced continuous rebellions, civil wars, and famine. If any Sudanese person gets the opportunity, they don't hesitate to leave the country. Those who cannot leave are either killed in civil war or forced to become part of some group just to survive. Since no institutions remain in the country, the rivalries of wealthy Arab countries are also settled on its soil. One group is aligned with the United Arab Emirates, while another has the backing of Saudi Arabia. The country's army has split into two parts and has become thirsty for each other's blood. The history of Yemen is as old as the world itself. But this country too has long been a victim of civil war. The situation has now reached a point where the government recognized by the United Nations does not have authority even over an area the size of a matchbox. Various groups exist that target ordinary people in the name of religion or nationalism. The people of this country have become so helpless that if they escape the war, famine and epidemics wipe them out. Countless groups control different cities and regions. Loyalties change daily. New groups are formed. Old alliances break and faces of rulers keep changing. Education, health and governance no longer exist even in name in Yemen. Lebanon, Afghanistan, Sudan and Yemen are examples like Hondius. These too are ships of death on this planet. They too have been infected by some deadly virus. The name of this virus is not known, but the leadership of all these countries decades ago committed election rigging, ignored the constitution, or amended it at will to prolong their rule. Political opponents were imprisoned, critics were silenced, law was turned into a weapon, and attempts were made to subjugate the courts. After that, neither their governments remained, nor the concept of courts, nor law, nor prisons. This virus destroyed everything. Now in these countries, life itself has become a greater misery than death. The disaster that has struck the Hondius ship will end in a few days, but in countries where transfer of power happens through guns instead of the constitution, disasters never end. Hondius is just a ship. The reality is that there are many Hondius in the world where millions of people die every day. Their rights are crushed, fear constantly dominates them, yet they are forced to endure everything. This is our world. Thank you.